Angel 102.9 FM, Angel 16 affiliate stations from Bono 107.1 to a year Manso Antwerp Krum Yenino Aha Ana Yetie 123 Eric Cheba for Kasama the MPP Ewufia Mohamed Naziru ye mianga se menua bako a bit diabolic but I still love him for who he is Wonusu Ewufia Naziru akwaba
Odeji
Yei
Metia mi Alaji
Alhaji Mohamed Naziru
Mohamed Naziru Febu ene ni dia safata ade bomi di mi Alhaji Fuwa besrew
Alhaji Mohamed Naziru Ewufia it still will not stop me from saying he's one of my diabolic brothers in the world. But I love him. And what the also I just I will say your title, so I put it on. Alhaji Mohamed Naziru. Now say maybe guys are diabolic enough, but some for title and come mama for new who say do cry title diabolic. Abuamia. Hey Jeba for Kwaba.
Aye, Bruminia.
I would say.
Yami Adoma, you're who you're fine. I'm swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time.
Aye, first time around me.
First time, but the monitor throughout, right from Europe down to Ghana, and in fact, it's my first time.
Wait a muya na nitia ye kundo.
Na ketire wodia.
You were with me.
Ketire wodia.
Because I quite remember there was a time now me call Ejuma.
Right.
Now you were explaining about the currency. We now me Ejuma or a European Stock Exchange.
Right.
We share the way I was wow, this guy is really, really fantastic. We also share an area of culture, tradition, social, economics, and so forth. He said, I mean, diversification. He did not want that. Say, everywhere you go, you still carry out where and keep on. I mean, you are doing a great job.
But that's what
almost friend is there. Me bulk at the job. Say, wow, this guy is really learned, and you need to be on top of issues when you want to meet him.
But that's
Ghanaian here, that was CP.
Jeba for Miss Medas is you've honored to be on my platform. Kofi Krante, your independent presidential candidate. Obi?
Minua.
Oh,
it's a woman.
I don't know your name. Oba was me producers na yiri pabone se.
Oh, munye angel for mun min dini.
Sir.
Me ka che Ghana fu na no mate. Angel fu ni min me because we say me how MPP for the NDC for.
Sa no mkai.
Sa no work kan. Inti ne ye be sort bibia out. And ye me na me how won. But I stand for the country and near MPP and NDC for the last 32 years, and it's been absolute failure. If you don't agree with me, you're not paying attention. So pay attention. This is Okatechie's house. The master of segues. The master of segues. Listen, give it to him. This guy, he's the man. He's the man. I mean, no doubt. Angel for me, Thomas, this guy, man. I mean, listen, what elevate the brand Angel to a whole different status? What's the problem, man? Momo no Jumedino, come on, Mr. Ayuwa, Mr. Doctor, friend.
You go good thing.
Missy me pese me ankasa me ne kasa. Because I'm saying he's getting a little too cute. Maybe I mean when TikTok listen, pay attention to details, man. Let's get moving with this.
Let's get moving. Pay attention to details. Kofi Krante. And now Kofi, you comment I make you yourself almost MPP NDC. One thing about me is that nobody decides for me. Me sure he say Naziru. It's not the usual appoint to here, but we decide who comes here. And nobody has a hand. You cannot control who comes here or who doesn't. It was just a genuine mishap. It's in our mind. But apart from Monday, you choose the day you're comfortable. And that day is yours.
From your mouth to God's ears, man.
And we produce our man say, me busa. Nasa omusi Kofi Krante and Kaswa yare were two quite. Na mama Kofi Krante ama. Producer me no problem.
There you go.
That one I know that for a fact.
It is from now to December. No?
Choose your day. Choose your day. Wow, choose.
I love it, man.
Monday day you decade ya. And you choose your day any day you want.
Listen.
Odike,
I mean, come on, man. Odike, we fed him to the dogs. Oh, this is Oko or friending. Chairman Ting. Come on.
Oh, there be also one more criteria, a very formidable alliance. And I'm sure say they would have wished to have you on board.
No. Listen, the only reason I can never be part of a losing game, it's a lost game. What do I say? Listen. Ghana for me catch no BAT. MPP NDC any appendages of MPP NDC nina and as I say Ghana for catch say enough is enough. Because Okatechi, listen, there's only one thing about Beka. How have you managed the affairs of the state? Where Mark Wonga? Would now you failed entities?
So you cannot be part of it.
Oh, come on, man. I mean, listen, Naya Beka results. Because minim say what they that's your
results oriented
results. Yeah, meka. This is not a stage for hyperbole. This is a stage.
We hyperbole near there.
Say waba be fiase. The masters of hyperbole in what Tim Ben Kumasi.
We okwapem ni ba o de hyperbole run for no. Mama na me omra ba. Mama starting free Alhaji Muhammad Nazir so. PURC tariffs once some you be doing come election 2024 transfer of votes akoyen second and then second work and then you be doing come Nazir I'm starting free one I'm transfer chiba for me.
Oh, now me visa say oh da no ho aba.
Da me come bia.
Yeah kwa.
Yeah kwa no.
Get the chime den chair sumbu.
Watch your monitor time is 7 minutes.
Ebema but 7 minutes no but me 1 minute I me dey be try.
It can be 14 but the amount 15.
Wo bo o jingles no wo ka bibi wo mu say wo kasama woni awoni kamafo. Nti ma me 1 minute wo mu na memfa anka bibi a ye nyina no ye betwe ya adwene abaso.
So can be 14 but the amount 15 tiko.
That's it. One kasa wa check it time. Hey, look at the G. Ebe yiri. Fair. Message ya minya no mpanyimfo a ya be hia wa ha. Na with the issue I'm a person me raise wa adwen ba so. Very critical but my say the entire media landscape obi an raise this issue.
Emori anya.
With the yati hana omampani abedi ekire ka se akaya yefo no obepe bibia ma womo ama womo akotena na training sansem bebre sikasem bi beba mu ne ne ekeka gidichi endu nansa ena ete se kaya yefo no ba ko ewuwo na bibi ne twa no yehu pictures se ne kon na etwa kese yehu videos no mo cleaning moja no ewo site ho ne bibia kedechi hebe pimone not the office of the vice president the facilitating institutions are one sponsor that particular program not a single one not the social welfare department neither the ministry for gender and children Anamwa.
Right, gender and social protection
has issued a statement, a simple statement to say oh, I'm saying they see and the see.
But it should be the work of the police, Anambwa.
The police should issue a statement.
No, but if something happened in that nature, it's within the remit of a police. Police,
Obi fie. What in fie? Oketechie ene moti hey. Se BBC ewo mu work abako so a. Eye police never be issue statement. The conglomerate, you know, mo head of public affairs, be issue statement say, oh, say, niye. What caused that havoc? Ya shere nipa nkwa. Okitejwe ya shere nipa nkwa. MPP fo mpanyimfo a womode womo koto ho no. Mesrebe busa se MPP ni baku a ye hu se ne omo nyina sore kɔ na womo ekoye yie ekochiachia yavanzai ebusiafo ne ne ekeka we nso omo ayesa den kra na de accident de baaye na den no omo de ato ho a ekire se ensign babio. This is a serious matter.
That is why I'm calling on the police for investigations and stuff. So
police will do the investigation.
But I don't know why I will rope in the other institutions. You know, one is just within.
Obi na cotton time wo mo de beto ho.
Okay.
Obi na kofa wo mo de beto ho. Na se asem aba ma obi ahwiri ne nkwa. Eye sa nipa na asede se wo be ka kire awofo Ghana fo se woni a wo ho sisi ano they are safe. Eye na asede I mean this is PR 101 obi anim se wo so wo ye bibi na ye hu ne ye ekoso. Obi anka hotwe me hu newspaper wakari me hu radio station wakari me hu TV station wakari yenso yet wa yenim se obi ewu koteche nipa wu.
For instance enura say ayi kaso de ya ye wo obi sikan ye papa e bi nsuti say mumu nipa ye papa ni ti.
Oh yes.
And no more issue statement say obi ba na mo de ko ba bi dia asini ana.
Statement about 3 statements
from the NDC.
From the NDC your friend say the communication officer of the constituency Delali issue statement be me the deputy general secretary of the party Mustafa Bandi issue statement grantee interviews. I remember very well.
The office of Dr. Muhammad Bomiansu issue statement.
Me say whatever it is we need to know as Ghanaians. As a Ghana money edi akoto ho no. Bibi sa esia e wo se yetumi ka bibi kire yen na ye hu ne ekoso. Se ne be ya woni a wote ho no ye betimi abo mo ho ban.
Point one noted. You're moving quite a substantive matter as well.
PRC for directives, so then everyone want to say, yes, say lifeline consumers, say, one more car. But one more, yes, you should move a doctor quick in a catcher and say, Ghana, since Donado Nibamia, ABD idea, lifeline consumers be anyhow. Because what shall one say lifeline consumers here 1 year we use from 0 to 30 kilowatts per hour. 30 kilowatts per hour, no ABL bulb ba kokra 30 kilowatts per hour. Not as I won't mean charge you phone, no. Won't mean yeshe. Into 1 year what kiosks mo kra no one gadget bebre won't be use kra no. One more lifeline consumers no. Na what shall one you say you have amount 3.45%. Na residential and non-residential. One more I say one more mutu omufie. Nenye industry. And also hotels. To say obi betimi abeda ho asori akoba enye obi fie. One month so you have amount 5.84, almost 6% increment. Na industry aji 4.92. Bare 5%. Now Sansu the in 5.17% across board. So we be biara we use you. Okay, near yem one watch see and say PRC for be explain say denti and omo sa omo tutu bo no mo a omo say dollar and CD. Akon a womo ku ene amani obi a business bia ebre. Wo free ho a fango hu bo akosoro enti I was say yetu sika yi bi ka ho ansa yetumi ama yenyinam kanea ene nsuo na ma bisa say emra na Ghana ye wo sa wo kire we mu na eno kra no ye ka kire Ghana fo say e wo say ye bibi na yetumi nye sika kra ye benya sika ato ama ye generation mix no aye edum pempen so a ebeboa ma etumi a supply Ghana nyina no o man benyina na do dan kwakufo ado nya kukuduro ka kire John Dramani Mahama say oye insensitive 5th of July 2015 o say oye insensitive say Ghana for bre na yebeto kanem na mebusa say sa asemo kan ye no kotechi me no net ya MPP ni net ya waba out abeka so sa asem no watwe asan on twisan so he still stands by that. If he still stands by that, now you bisa no the fundamentals. Ema yebedu sam pempe so we so a wonu ankasa ye atumu se ne Ghana ni sori a ebeye din se hwe woni a wokoba wo ye eduma ebeye din se obetime didi 3 times a day na woni a wotitifi a wodoso unemployment move from a little over 4% I could do 8 point something percent. And net me no air kase unemployment at say Ghana for one more school 1 year wo school anka wo say ban ehwemo movie beka promote the socio-economic development of our country ye ja wo Morocco for wo ho anes for wo ho allowances side obi a ntimi mfama pointing to the fact say ahonkyere aba okitechi ahonkyere na aba no ye nyina ye hunu say dollar na aginsem nso ye dollar ye man pani abedi e kire ba umia aka kire yen say wa $2 ni mu ama odi safo na ma IGP oni nam ho bepem ne aw man pani abedi e kire enka say sa asem no watwe asan nti e ba ne sen na ye gusu ewo sa tibie wei mu na sa tibie a yetimu yi wo man pani abedi e kire gusu a ye okwa aprobo onko gina bibia nka dollar ho asem da wabra o man pani na nado danko akufado ebeyi no se obe na abedi e kire no ma ye nyina yete ase se e sikasam nti economy nti na wode ba mekai ohini nto former general secretary ebra na ye yibamia as the running mate to nanado no na ohini nto na ye general secretary na bamia ni card kura wo party card omo waiver to say emra na eda ho no
now come na kwezi
because nanado danko akufo do convince wo mo say onim economy onim sika semu nti ye de ne ba na wa beboa ono nanado no to ensure say Ghana sikasem be yeye nti nda Ghana sikasem an yeye no to say which point again and the year war say Baumia will continue to campaign and expect say Ghanaians will vote for Baumia if say any rational right thinking person ebe say yebedu some purpose we dey Serena Mestre Ghana for this situation will never end for so long as Nkrofo we and the war by him de bia ye betum ne me yakura ne se yetum wie no nso a hwe men kai hwe kura no
that is you know
ye me this men kai hwe madina adenta ne ne keka ho techi ni ngwa no mu hu nsuo under John Dramani Mahama the first techi desalination project ye first a pong water expansion project ema omu nyina anya nsuo ye nam wa pipe wo kuro me ne pipe no flow. And that me no kasa edum so and 2 times and edum mekania mo so edum mokadia na afi de sika no so na yetum na wo hwa aban we edwen Ghana form de bia be sorry na scandals
ma me so sorry na ja me nko eriche bafo akwaba
ye Romania me fa akwenye na me nchiawo na me nchi obi bia samre ode na fidie atomo fidi kesi so a omo hwe mo na
yenyira ya joso.
I mean, even some common yes, I think say I'll touch first of all on the Kayayi, and I mean they say or make it that you know, guys. He said there are institutions when such of these things happens or mobile out no more yet and whom you feel. But when you say Papa so Hama Paso, Yana no more de name the year in tia say maybe a tremu ye huni ye John Dramani Mahama. Yanka who say ni nuanom ya mu free esimu tifi aba ana for her senko mo ba be adwuma aye na nko betimi ya pe bibi papa e de amu na enso so no okoso aka dwomu ze omonye nkoa ene mfna ya yihui koto headpan e de ma omo se omu koso amfa enye nkoa enye mfna e wa na enso so no mu nua bi so that trans say bi say opese move economy and I say move state must be aqua. You need to carry every people around. For how long? And now near a bit de pine a vicinity so quack or obeswa and I obey boy and also obey kayayi. For how long? She can't cross same wunya. At the end of the day, we not be a money fee, no sad music so crowds as I can. So the vice president thought it twice. memfa bibimra na omunyansa no dwuma into omo pon mo ho a anu mu wi a they can go everywhere that they go.
Already bibia ba na omu nyina akwa kugum.
Yes, and odu bibia. Odu ba yeso ba akwa free mu. Yes. And I make us a papa so ho apa so. Nye nanu mo de na emum ne yentia and akwa akosi. And I believe say e ba ye no almost on 10 because in the panel no. And they are doing all that they can to make sure say niema atochiwa na say umbepe ni pumesi bre in the nashe enti me menu ano ati ase say papa ni trimu po na emu nye trimu po bone good PLC katachi o hwe economy aya we are Africa Ghana of course yenye exempted ye very busy emerging economy and I said the frontier economy you need to no most of our consumption no the importation of our goods o hwe ne me wu fia nyina mean say bibi kura even pen kura kuta e kura no ye kra di free amanone talk less of the council and money nyina enti ade na o kra di free amanone e de eba no e no say inflation action wo no automatically it will affect you no katachi before this year somewhere around January so obi a container e the free Europe na so they buy na container 40 feet container no was somewhere around 2,600 euros abrofo ne bejo that is the empty container no they buy but now the white we increase it about 5,800 euros. So you ask yourself, that is the inflation day, and automatically Ghana ni now also so no air kwakra ne nyoma so e dia ba no. Ono so e bon be dey e be cost. In the economics the free the cost push inflation. Because the factors of production in nyoma nyina e cost no, it will automatically also affect his production nyoma no dey at the air ban because of what we are import driven economy. And on our base when you have say, how do we curb this import driven economy? And what these so many policies are, of which of course, say one district, one factory. We are not seeing any impact, we are not seeing any effect. Yes, of course.
So one district, one factory, at least after 6 years to 7 years.
Yes.
We should have seen that impact on the economy.
Oh yes, Nana. But if you are to check the number of importation of substitute commodities, you could clearly see say Eswati. Me, for instance, me uncle, now okra ties, Eddie free Italy. Sata say you see there 4 ties here. But because of factories Libya Ghana hand we say Ebu Western region, Ebu Ashanti region. It's one crown many being very free Italy maybe. He deal directly with them. No, I could distribute to Eddie Amana stores, both Kumasi and So these are some of the significant impact. This one district, one factory near the air cost. Now, with the PURC, Ayo Modebano, we share last week reporter, American International Petroleum Commission at the buyer. In fact, they are the regulatory body so far as the petroleum and the crude oil is also concerned. Say every day. Crude oil are almost extracting 9.2 million barrels a day. But because of production alcohol from it, it's so at by 2.6 million barrels. Say Ekobasa in a simple logical terms, there's going to be a scarcity in the market. And we all know demand and supply. Because America for kofa, US for UK kofa, Europe kofa, Africa for kofa. Etiabasana, the prices of the commodity was what goes down. And on a PURC for the Ediaba. Say say you beat me abua, not tariffs no, you beat me akoso. Said you pay our basic needs. You beat me inside there and sweat me account. And what we are for the past we realized about 3-4 months ago, year up to date now. Could see say now power in your serious power outreach. Yeah, we really felt it. And yeah, NPP and yeah, NDs, we all felt it. Ghana we all felt it. Because we need say without power, there are so many things that you can do. But and then you could see say even though you could see some hitches, but power is why they swat significantly. Kwa hela pass Han Musenia. Now almost every day now you could see said there's always power outages.
Now this year, man.
Yeah, for the past 1 week he say at least we power outage be an hour 2 hours near so why the amount. So that tells you say this government is really seriously making great impact and are tackling the problem of what power crisis. There was a time ago, former President John Dramani Mahama, he told us, if you need power, pay more. Yes, yati. We will pay. And Ghanaians started paying more. Yet, near the Dunsumu, 4 good years. It is sometimes when it comes to an issue of power and money, we expect at least you should also say in the quota to also complain. But no alternative is zero. You've been tested, you've been tried, and now you've been rejected. Why do you want Ghanaians to vote for you? Ghana for you
my mention tested and tried and so na Ghana for ajiatum na etimi boa ema a year dollar and also eba for more
and rejected.
When body are rejected because
but so in Ghana and Domahama they are rejected.
GTP is a tried and tested. We say before so obekwa bruchiri na o ma mi fra we say
na
GTP nso yes yes dollar no ho nsem no de beba form no patronizing made in Ghana.
Exactly.
It's Ghana for
made in Ghana. But John Mahama was rejected.
And GTP the rejected.
Cheba
for GTP no Ghana for Uncle Pebi. Na cheba for standard water no so yesaya no kruma ya. Eti eno no se Ghana for ye pese dollar no stabilize ya. Monumu su papa. Enye de ya import ene ye standard water. Standard water 25 years ni ani ya 7 mwa. 0202 say in case we wedding now be see a brandy bibi mawa 0202 055 703 na yes ye company aboa ba ko pa say wo pek you bosia de ahwe adwuma mu na Ghana mnwuma no akoso dia na no no bills microcredit ka tete na mo frɛ ye quick credit ene ya dan ho adanda ntoma na so still the quality is still the same. Bills microcredit in yet year mebusa say for collateral na collateral edan no eduanu wunim frank agina se enu asa do Ghana card beba oposi ni wo chirechere ni nurse ni bra bills microcredit ni ye mo bosia na fa koye wadwuma wate 0596 920 833 0596 920 833 0302 200-390. Back into the studios, working with me. Govi Grante is my next. Govi, yantuaso.
Okay,
yay.
Wo ponge juma. As I say, we will be our friend say mastery in radio. Now what today? No, seriously. I think say it would be a great asset to Ghana. Say mo frɛ PNPP na NDC fuya wan my juma mwi nkrofo P here juma. Inti me di say we take that honor because quite honestly, I mean, I made T radio pa ni me TV ni ade, but you phenomenal. I mean, no doubt. No, seriously, the guy is good. The guy, I hate to say oh you're gifted because when you can say gifted, no nkrofo ba recline. No one can say, well, I'm not gifted, so I can't be like a good teacher. But let me tell you something. Ubi or will be a gift, you know. Ubi or mastery could teach it because it's about development. And I think, listen, you should definitely consider that. I'm serious. I'm not. This is not stage talk. No, seriously.
It's coming from the deepest part of your heart.
No, seriously. I think this guy, we overlook. This guy.
Alaji Naziri say they watch the mentia kase. Go be to
okay, first Mecca abusuafo ye chiam Kofi Kranting. May run for president 2024. Inti mpeso bi otie me no. Ma ba ha say me reka asem na mo de atone ama ho because there is no candidate in Ghana or per se or present for president or war make credentials credentials are me one your common sense. Nti mpese mutie na mo evaluate na mo say, is it worth it say Kofi granting a chance to lead the country? Nti we start with this. Mibisa MPP ni NDC for say one policy on kaya in anything. Obi so obema on pan, obi so obema obe reduce taxes on pan now or the mao. Do we actually even need to have a conversation on kaya ye ana? Ding tina kaya ye na buy. Kaya ye buy because in yuma in ni one areas of domicile, baby I what or not from yuma ni ho. Say who invest $10,000 into a destoning machine. You can feed about 40 families on just one destoning machine because
we destoning here there.
Grains now will harvest no. And to me a meet global quality standard. Inti aboni fi wom. 2 weeks ago me call Malata me kudi go aya ho na me koto me herbs ne ade. Me kwa no.
We got the herbs.
Herbs, yeah.
Na herbs no one we no bia ko herbs be ya.
Oh, there be me dried herbs to say parsley ne oregano no me sani.
Na neso chirim.
You.
Was herbs in the one way and
enyo okete wo herbs ni bi. Enyo herbs ni bi. Enyo okete
every herbs na herbs.
You enyo okete herbs ni bi. Okete herbs no dey ye tea, dey mention me dey ye tea but you. Nti na tine say me kwai no niama wo ho ni na efi north no classified say inferior na nefia bruchiri ban na ya on say ye wa hey wo befa grains any nuts any seeds fi ha wo add value wo India na okitechi once dia san bring view wo Ghana yaw adentini ntumi add value na yama yenma yenga dishe northness mofra 8 years 9 years woso niama wo malata ne ade. I mean, when na mo friend di way me say me very conscious of me surroundings. Obi di me chi pe na my mo friend di way chi. O say oh opeso osua niama. Me kita ade te say me de be ma no asua because eya hometo. Maybe since we didi ana o si there be or catch your crown of ferry. As I say, anka oye ni piano lessons, ana osua violin bibo, ana osua drums. Ot wo fie na ne ma mere kire no se na wo nyin wo yo biapa on a malata soniama pay £50 because of a failed government. Inti mi ribisa mo amore he me say government so orema pan no asua no de aboa no aye kaya yi no obi foforo ba no say oh normal pan no amwa me de me reduce taxes on kaya yi a ni onye den na wo ka kiro ni pasa. Not just said the governments have failed because NCC anka nipa migrate from north bankran Kumasi beye kayayi. SSA anka yetumi penyuma ma won nanom ne won ajanom na ehwe won wonya sika he obia wo Ghana woni adwuma ye no SSA government ehwe through a system what friend say be a WIC program America or WIC program women infants and children wo inni sika ana wo nya adwuma no wo bro sika food stamps now didi won sakowa no say na ultimately no wo meye a liability to the state because wo yare pe esese wo kwa yaresa esese wo hwe doctor no wo hwe ni na ye ka inti ensese me be president ne ya ye begu kaya ye e non existent because won agya no benya sika afien ho a wo de hwe won eno na kire say ye the number 1 in gold in Africa. Yeah, the number 6 in the world. I don't understand. MPP ba no abe justify me may be top pan somehow. Obi ba also you be reduce one.
We also build a training center what they
about 7 years see FN when who say as so built. I mean, listen, this guy no ye ni na no say odi bedi opese odi di election. Inti say no oh yeah, also unipa we so yeah, Mr. Economy Whiskey. I feel we so yeah digital. Digital no cry outdated. Say any digital view. Yang kono digital, ya kono augmented reality no money nanotechnology no money ade. And no on can view because when you say Ghana for no mfa wo ho. Anyhow, side issue. Young near no ma what buy what can perk who asem me. I worry justify say perk increases listen, perk increases in your justified, especially work as a dollar in dollar cost. Now perk ye ni Ghana ha and I will create soon in electricity.
You are see what Ghana has seen.
Nti wo create soon in electricity in Ghana. Na eden a dollar summer day bibi internal the affect o. Say external na ko into external markets na affect o. And I will craniama what do you soon mentias you. What's the justification? Ebusiafo
maybe an enra mudi gunsu no mu no.
Eye kronke say okay, so now what do ho aba? Aduan ye ni nuguchi. Nti yen pharmaceuticals ye we yentumi nya a basic we're friending synthetic pharmaceutical what do gunsum yentumi nya after all these years 67 years of independence, you know, as I say, kokra inru ne wo ye be purify yensu. Come on. Then how young. Hey, listen. MPP NDC a fail. Na American obian kan chem se kofi we wrong. Then tina per case say what charge yen extra. And we blame no on the dollar.
Almost the electricity na pumping you na electricity boy ding.
Hina ne cost electricity no say no boy ding. Listen. Electricity, we have an abundance of electricity because obviously, the electricity ni be de ma fan high.
The other countries together.
It's not to say, young no, common sense pet to should tell you say, we near day in abundance, won't come bibi. Inti one come bibi dear, then it should tell you say we have it in abundance at least to the extent say ya won ye here now. Inti na malaka ba say ya need electricity no. It has nothing to do with availability. It has everything to do with management. Ubin kasimeboa. Bacho ubin kasimeboa. On to men Canada because we need
osi obin gas oboa no so.
And I'm so oboa. And I'm so oboa. Oboa.
The MPP nini semeboa.
Eric Cheba for the so oboa.
Master Eric semeboa. There is no such thing. Management, non-existent. First of all,
your problem is common sense.
Oh my gosh, ebusiafo ye wo extra. Obia nwene who say you need electricity.
Now 1 minute yes, you know.
Okay, inti another thing. Ekotechi $90 akosoro no nso. Yen go to the root cause. Ye wo industries ana. Because one district, one factory, obviously, are successful. On a very low level, no. Kofi, yes, successful. Okay. About 95% of your domestic market are controlled by China and other nations. Because Niama ebe krom hena ye imports. Then in Tina ye industry young industry base ye agro based. Na young agriculture enye juma. Niemfa output from agriculture and in feed young agro-based industries, you know. Na emma young control of young domestic market. Send a young import niama. Because the so long as say we import niama no, we have foreign exchange reserve now they import. Foreign exchange reserve ni ye ni yen sika no so ho nyeding. Inti ese say yes sa yen sika ni bebre ni ade komo broni in exchange for foreign exchange kakra bi. Inti ade na won mentias you. Okay, it blows my mind. Say, I think the name say problem you were. MPP has been in the business at least last term 7 years, going on 8. Inti wonga anya assessment who say ye need industry. I'm a one to me and feed young agriculture into young agro base. Not at least at a very low level, foundational level, no. Yen to me and stop sika ya de commodities marketer. Ya kosesa ni yede to niama bagana no. Last year we friending sugar cry $18 million. Then ne how Commander Sugar Factory for him. No koye Commander Sugar Factory says you episode the president. Efa he Commander Sugar Factory was spending $87 million. What we achieve nefe will import lump sugar. No de be gu efrinum say and the dehydrated neantong.
Luckily for Kofi Kranting, the question you are asking, we have Muhammad Naziru Alaji Ewufiaha no ye trade minister ne special aid at the time when you be a commander sugar factory.
Oh, sir.
Alaj. Obusana dia for time.
Very simple. I'm say Minua Granting having become a non-resident Ghanaian.
Having become there.
A non-resident Ghanaian for some time.
Non-resident Ghanaian near there.
It's a wakotna butcheries or lose touch with
So-
the realities on the ground. Quickly to tell him, say,
Whether non-resident or resident Ghanaian, he is still a Ghanaian. So
well, if you listen to him, what you won't say,
I
it's
did
the same
common
old
sense.
thing.
This is here for no
But
common sense.
you see, Commander Sugar Factory, the fact is there. Everybody saw it. We saw the planting. Me no eka say, What more the breed be crab by ebe my more juice. Ebe grow with it at the shortest possible time. Yes, our plantation. One more year, nursery, to be distributed to farmers. Work within the enclave in order to expand production of the nursery and sugar cane and a sugar cane also obi catch say the sugar be by na ye de koye bibia I mean enye me na me wo Gihok ene nipa wo Gihok no kohwe wo mo krata mo wo behu memorandum of understanding na omoni Ministry of Trade and Industry, the sugar Commander Sugar Factory, in order to get what we call the ethanol. Ethanol won't to me enya ethanol in breaking lump sugar into and polishing it. Won't to be nya ethanol. So a we be our go to that documents are there. One more year because the ethanol the problem we had and I said farmers na womu edua sugar cane no then omudi apetition enti uyi oje sugar cane no na wamfa apetition for no so wamboa womu a na we yi omu afire adwuma mu so it was
before some
and America tell no so we decided okay much as your friend say Giyokufo epe ethanol no what we will do is that we have to sustain one more apetition. So we've been giving them the ethanol. And be free sa crushing of the sugar cane no ever processing it to sugar no. Na yenya ethanol no. One more first priority. Ni ebe kanu and e be market.
But aban buy and we just see what man pro.
Then e wo ho. Me no na so omo moti hai. Anka womo eye hu bibi ase at least we have seen a reduction in the sugar production in this country. Just like John Dramani Mahama. Yeah because wo fa the poultry revitalization program at John Dramani.
Now we call Breswa can was
yes. What fire no? We saw at least about 30% decrease in the importation of poultry and poultry products under John Dramani Mahama, and it saved the country at least not less than $100 million. Anka yedi bakwa poultry products at the Abakruma. So it is, and I solve it. These are the issues you ask.
That's not
what
true.
do you do?
Okay, so point one.
What do you do?
What
do you do?
We got 15. Is it 15? Yeah, I got 15 minutes, so we would have shared it among ourselves.
Me train them about, but no can
Commander
Sugar Factory. It's a lie. Listen, come on, man.
What is the truth?
Say ethanol na apeteshifu. Unim na ya apeteshifu be mu no. Apeteshifu be mu because who say Commander Sugar Factory no, you would make more money out of apetition sin sugar no. Intino.
Why is apetition? How does Commander Sugar Factory do apetition?
Intino, what procure sugar cane now? What tongue apetition for no?
Is there somebody about production?
What about sugar? That's some now cane. Unim no can unim no can. Chairman ting no can ye. And you me.
And I may say.
Into your chairman ting boy.
And I the Ministry of Trade and Industry before we left office in 2016 had a farmer, grow your friends nursery. At our farm, no me no wokasa sisi a grow ye. Ya sugar bia wo your friends Commander Sugar Factory the payment.
First of all,
farm no ho.
Chey Mensa Bonsu catch them one in Parliament to say go and check the docs. Chey Mensa Bonsu catch them say Commander Sugar Factory, as I said, was abandoned project, and Sakra na mukoje loan na buy.
So which is which now?
Oh, America chemo.
So the feasibility of it, it wasn't there.
And what say what is his alternative for us to start producing our sugar? What can say what is his alternative?
You had to relocate, and let me tell you why. Because Galamsey and Suno, I say, in Suna Wahoni now, what one segue, one earmark, so what the baby do sugar cane. In Suni now say, into what the sugar now. We to me approve standard beer. What you say?
That this thing you are talking about is totally wrong.
Okay, so
the reason I'm saying so is
main
Commander Sugar Factory. Commander Sugar Factory echo through the proper parliamentary approvals. Ekonyasi Council Indian Exim Bank. As a woman you nhwehwemu edokoko echire say ye betumi tua with that production you
abandoned the project.
Who abandoned the project? There is a government in power since 2016 to today, which has not produced a teaspoon of sugar. And you are telling me abandoned project? How did I abandon project?
Because it was a white elephant. You shouldn't have invested that money.
What do you mean a white elephant? When you all saw sugar, you sitting here. I can say you say that is what you said. So how can it be a white elephant if we can go and bring sugar and crash it?
Nana,
so it cannot be a white elephant.
Okay, but we spent well over almost about 10 minutes on that subject. But it wasn't part of my topics. Before so bebane chiba for wabe boga wabana I guess a phone.
Nana have been here more than about 6 years.
6 years.
Oh yes.
Na ye. I guess if we no be ye say ne ko yese ne say. Alajina zero there me no on the side adwuma young be make some film alaji be. Alaji me na me nua no.
Why do you say?
Me same. Yes, man, baby pull ups and what? I'm the same way. Yes, man, baby pull ups and 0533 733 031 0533 733 031. Chibavo, Obremu quick. Now, a 5 minutes behind mama will be watching.
Yes, you okay? In fact, say Ghana or maybe you're taking your ma very a year. Kajoma Haman Kabay now and Kawasen called them. Telling you. And yes.
I said saying.
Oh yes. Oche a year Commander Sugar Factory. It was a grand scheme.
Grand scheme to do what?
Omu fa ko pa kwan bi pa so say omu do money dream.
And some more buying is serious.
I mean say Ghana your man bi a because adia papa
you don't even say your mama dem na.
Yes, because
after 3 years
explanation a year me nua panyini e man that was exactly what was happening. Nakasabe enti enua anase obeka se ahwede amudua ne ba ne betwa ne nyina guye. Anase factory esi hon mo enim se mo amko commission ye ya muso production aba we ye ba ya ne abe close. No, it wasn't so. Omu opinion 2 weeks down the line no me dey call the listed market ye kubo de don komi ye akwa akoton. Meanwhile mo dey akọ parliament akọ diska loan somebody baba be factory and they ask him papa at the end of the day 2 weeks down the line now omo dey call listed market no mo cotton Commander Sugar Factory and it's there. So what you say and what's the
strategic management. We didn't have any sugar factory in Ghana for so long years. So we don't have any person we can say what NDC never again. NDC never again. And no everybody does that.
On that note, I think Musumu is one of the most unserious governments in this world.
Yes, for me, yes.
Because one, say what meeting us say, Esenka your mama could jail on it. But yet more for could jail. Two.
So many.
Yeah, their bicycle na see at the NSC one. Busia. Yes, that's I bet and I must you are 7 years.
She gets the aba. I mean, some trouble. Alternative near the but in fact, I think Mr. Kofi has done justice to
John Muhammad Najil.
Oh dear, mommy. That's it. That is the problem that we are facing now.
Only one they face. That's the problem.
And no, Obi has not got dinner court now. You're the end chanting.
Who looked on?
Who do Obi court
We have something we call causing financial loss to the state.
You see?
It is in the law of this country.
Who do Obi court chanting?
Obi Beko Huje.
Who your leader? Why must you care about?
That's it. That is what is going on in this country.
If I am to be a leader, I don't care about.
Yeah, I'm very, very serious on some of these issues. Obeba. In fact, many are paying be. So we share one of the main fundamental of economy, said the industrialization. Now all can be now many are paying can be said Kofi granting about industry. No, yes, there is no good. All right, good.
I guess it your man say
very important. We hear Kofi granting okay, and he knows. So we started industry. It doesn't a replicate of. At least you have a margin impact on the economy, but holistically say it be total effect, especially when it comes to human behavior. It can be a taste of a commodity.
We saw that show no joy news in
there be okay nipa yusua share a year nipa yusua your product are there ba no nipa no be dia tuma it will take a longer period of time.
But Commander Sugar Factory the SCC anka was say my
o say ka John Muhammad dem we know ya adwene say
Commander Sugar Factory there anka was say because John Muhammad dey Nigeria any dey anka factory anka was say my
NPP government
listen to them
a yes substitute boy okay I'm telling you say anka the our import cover any a year ka Ghana ka ba na anka edu akoma no kra tete ase. Some of these factories in this country are substitute. Most of the sanitary part, the toiletries. There are so many factories that have been opened in this government. So I can name me at the amount. I won't cry here. Okatachi, we be to say, are you Forest Product Limited at Sundu North under one district, one factory? And say processing of timber logs. Yeah, and also a generator under this one district, one factory. Now, you hear me to say Nordic Hygiene Care Industry Limited. Yeah, a what point Katamanso. I believe say when Moncroft Central from Gravity no yeah, omoye diapers and sanitary pad. That a year last year buying then a budget call yeah more import the tariffs to some of the imported goods no you the minority here of parliament. See I sir locally can say local manufactured product yentimi consume because so obi the diaper seba na ye produce wo hono say abane tena so say there be let's go in the Asian method yemfa high tariffs and to enema na ye nuanom ye de krade aba na ye consume the local one say de be ya
amode atoso de
I call parliament na ye ya omobogu and they made just say NDC aban ya ban bia at the papa bia ba no abogu because they think they have the numbers in the parliament.
And the papa being so a mranti and maba one SM Kachiro, Muntika Bujina one Kachiroma, make catch Adams properties. Mranti and maba where pens are Seattle. The amount soon who the Adams properties. And no longer system. Wukona Mansu Koyena back at the Chiwa Mimu. Jenamba in the first 0247 434341 0247 434341. Yeah, akwantu nya boni o Kofi Kurante wakobiaba cheba fo so akobiaba eti akwantu de nya boni mokokora mo de remittance ba ma man no nya nipa boni se mu anka remittance se ba iketimi solve problems ni bi na Trinity of Arc na de manfo ne ko abrochiri ai Canada na UK na no ba ku bi bai kada je hwa me visa die asese visa asense visa authenticate hey ma Trinity of Archipe and about my authenticated Ayabesa 0244 062 389 0244 062 389. Farmer Trust, Eddie Lumi Trust about malaria, a tiny tiny baby vitamin mancolano a year, a vitamin A, D, B1, B2, B6, you know the man. Neurodojo and here fan a year hot and a year ice. Trazo 400 so no na dane wo wokure bi kuno. Bioglobin syrup no so bebo ama ho ni ndu. Eno ye formatras na dia badwa so kone kupe bito. Back into the studios, sharing 1 minute each. Kofi Granting, but you start to fruits.
1 minute. The American say, Busianfo, Ghana for me. I live and stand for Ghana. And open here. So, an American should be and say, for Commander Sugar Factory, John Dramani Mahama should be in jail. Yes. I'm telling you. MPP for Anye won't necessary way because we would do diligence and Sana would $35 million loan for Commander Sugar Factory and Kalbe who say it was a dead project. Now Missy Ubianko Bisa or say Chi Mensa Bunsu because no feasibility studies prior no one who say Assassina Ewoni Nano Galam say Adokura Assassina saying suno into would dear sugar na ebe num in suno. Inti Aaron buying a good product in sugar. And at 35 million no crowd what it could be a Commander Sugar Factory, it was an overbloated loan. Inti what could ye $35 million now what they buy what they buy what be facelift Commander Sugar Factory now. I feel who say want to mean sugar, no yes or beton, what to me tongue. Because obi or buy in a case a overvalued into want to mean tongue price I know will be sound. Maybe one can't share my facts. Okay, so guys ask me.
Yeah.
Inti then na muko $35 million. Can then am the mubedi. Na MPP painting na mo that's war because I sank mu de jail. Me na me catch.
Ezeka Jomama o jail.
Condemn.
This is a fact. Ya nyoman ni ya. Obi a person run for president ontumi can say in the last in the last few seconds, in the last 67 years, Obi our cause financial loss to Ghana beyond as I say or them no tia says he cannot back to Ghana because yes call IMF. Now Kofi Granting pen obesa because MPP
Granting ba obechi Jomama too.
Obi a we disike biano obekum no we tia back the money to the state of Ghana. Me na me catch it.
Merci bebre Chebafo.
Yes, they can see them.
1 minute.
Okay, any old brain now.
Alaji.
1 minute you stick to it.
You see, let's situate things in the right perspective. Say presidential candidate Ebe Kachira will say, yes, say factory.
So information coming in is that actor law when police are arresting the CCA with regards to a year accident this year, a 3-year-old child yes, 11 has been arrested by the police. You move on.
So presidential candidate Abeka me say factory si ho. Name factory no adjoining your fence and farm. Any assassin into whom see factory no. Let me be a simple question. Could you cocoa production and some chocolate factories in India, but could be anywhere a war brown half one Kumasi and Western North. Omo United. Name Momoya production. And I'm what fair Commander Sugar Factory in America say you what you don't know what's now catch me say and a chairman's say and a chairman's say then I begin to even wonder maybe you raise some substantive and well cogent critical evidence with facts here would be better now what chairman's says or doesn't say doesn't matter to me because say me that me catch you say Commander Sugar Factory what your friends say boom one more boom. What I'm saying now, one more some sugar factory be way back in Chroma time. What farms are at the sugar cane ever Commander Sugar Factory. The process is that if you can cut the sugar cane and transport it to Commander Sugar before 48 hours, they can squeeze the juice and make sugar out of it. That is the process, and these are facts. When you will be at the me to her, and I saw the document, I saw everything. So why should you even have a farm when you have outgrowers just like any other industry? Besides, who company now factory now or farmer? Can your farm alone supply you the resources? How over to me air production throughout 24 hours. 24 hours, and then you have say 12 months a year. Can you production be? Obia factory outsourcing from outgoers. No more so have one. As outgoers have they ceased to exist?
That's not the point.
But so what is the point that you are telling me about farm no you say assassin no so if that assassin is not good, there's no assassin in Ghana that within the catchment area that can produce sugarcane. What kind of logic is this?
You reduce profitability. That's money economy.
Kofi Pacho anything. Get the economy.
What do what just to round up. Rounding up.
Nana Tidia Kenyana say said ye and they baba bete John Mahamato. Yenke and me name Minia Kufi Senka Papa no about them. It was a grand scheme. Okay, a guinea fowl, Papa me koyen confirm at the end of the day or so much to Kobokina. And the same thing on the Takrabuan or say so saying a cocon getting kitty. Ghana for yenim Yura John Mahama. Yenim do to me ye, tia sremo, semon per se, papa grand scheme no or baba bet was in way there. Almost 24-hour economy club so cool. You are saying and cocon getting kitty. And yes, yes, cocon getting kitty or something about just say it tells you papa no only visit from vice president to president. What means $1 billion? The only thing Yura John Mahama and Takrabua. Kwa obefa so Ghana Takrabua if you confirm Sam na ba be dun kokon ketenkete Takrabua no de na
Eric of granting we show na botan a o hema o ye je